So let's go ahead and take a look at more of these beautiful stills. I thought these were gorgeous. I mean, we could just show it to them in the real Sanctum Mesa, I suppose. But with the sunset, it's just this beautiful
Hold on, I'll get it up.
moment in
I'm in
time.
there
It's okay.
now.
I'll just keep showing these shots, and then you
Yep,
go
cool.
ahead and pull it up and take your time. But I just wanted to show these to everybody. These are my favorite leaks from the stream. We have animations. Those are cool, but these are my personal favorite leaks. Just the sun-drenched atmosphere. The plants, the rocks, the water, the stars in the sky. It just, oh, it's so cool.
Give me 1 second. I'm tweaking the camera parameters.
Take your time. We have plenty of images to show the audience. Groovy Daddy showing you some love. He loves the streams that you do.
Well, I love doing them. Most people don't know that pre-Illuvium, like the idea for the Leaks channel, my previous business, I did teaching CGI tutorials. And in between the lessons, I would live stream me making the next lesson. So I'm not giving educational, instructional content. I'm just sharing the process. And then they follow along the live stream of how I'm building towards the lesson. They get a rough ballpark idea of what I'm doing. And then by the time the lesson is finished, I would then break that down in meticulous detail. And I miss doing that on Illuvium, which is why I stream so often, because I used to stream I do 24-hour streams just inside 3ds Max modeling stuff. So every time I go back to doing that, I just love tapping in.
That's awesome. You're after my heart, man. I started in this industry full-time live streamer. I was one of the first 1,000 Twitch streamers. I just love streaming,
really?
And I love sharing. Yeah, I was one of the first, I think, 1,000 Twitch partners, and I was there a long time ago when it was called Justin TV, before it even became Twitch. Oh. But anyway, I love streaming and interacting with people. There's nothing more gratifying than doing something creative and being able to share it with people live. I'm looking at the screen over here. I'm seeing what you're sharing. I've got to show this to everybody and pull it up for everybody.
I will say a small disclaimer. So Unreal Engine relies on optimized assets to run smoothly. And the process of bringing something as complex as this into the game relies on bringing unoptimized versions. So I'm getting like 6 frames per second here because the asset that I brought in from 3ds Max for the hub is like as high res as the version in Max. It's not been low polyed and optimized. So if as soon as I delete that asset, the frame rate goes back up to being like obviously a normal modern playable game. So don't
got it. This is not optimized. This is in development. Obviously. Yeah. Totally understand that. But he's within. Are you? I'm sorry. What console are you in within right now? Are we looking at this through Unreal?
Yeah, we're looking at this through Unreal. You can see that I've got the ability to like update the lighting. Whoops, it's just.
Yeah, so the frame rate is low because he has the ability to change all the parameters in real time, like where the sun is located, for example.
There are a few things that are quite stupid, right? Like I'm testing out the fusion mechanic, and let me get out of here. I'm trying to figure out did it just crash?
Yeah, I think it just crashed.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Oh, it didn't crash?
Just, yeah,
okay.
This is why you do the disclaimers. Yeah, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out if this fusion platform is the right scale for in-game. Is the platform big enough to fit 3 characters? So I've been running through testing different characters, but it actually was a little bit too big. So this whole thing will scale down. The whole fusion table will slow down. But the work that Salvatore has done in this level is amazing, and polishing it up over the weekend and just doing that last little touch is just, and look, you feel, like I said to people on the stream, when you're doing this stuff, why would you want to stop streaming? Because it's like, I don't get out of my house.
You know Inception, where they're like creating reality in real time as they're in it. It's kind of like that here when you're within this interface. You can change the rocks, you can change the time of day, you can change your reality. So cool.
Do you remember X-Men Days of Past?
I do, yeah.
So at the end of that, there was the apocalypse scene where like the young Apocalypse is like building the pyramids with his mind. And it's just so cool how in Unreal you can just like move mountains.
Just like that, with the click of a mouse.
Yeah, you just decide, hey, I want another ultra tall mountain. Bang, it's up there. you know, and now it's there.
And then
in the
boom, it's
game.
there. And that's how game development is done. That's how easy it is. Just drag and drop.
Yeah.
So players will walk through these sort of sandy pathways, traverse through these craggy rocks, and then reach the top platform. And then what you showed earlier is the fusion console, where they'll be fusing together multiple Illuvials to get a stronger one at that point. Well, and obviously underneath here, there is the battle arena for survival.
The survival arena, yeah.
Are there any other activities that players will be doing here that we want to highlight right now?
There's fusion, there's your storage locker, there are the stores for weapons, which will be accessed initially through terminals in front of the store. But eventually our plan is to have these be slightly different facades on each one to represent what it is. Right now they're all identical. And inside the store, there will be an NPC character that you interact with to purchase things and trade things and stuff like that. That's long-term goals. That won't be in the first version of the game, but those are the types of things that when we run out of other stuff, we'll jump onto that. You know, it doesn't make or break the game, but it just brings the immersion up a little bit as opposed to seeing a holographic terminal here in which you purchase stuff. You can walk into the store similar to GTA, and there's the items and stuff in the game that you can unlock. It just makes it a little bit more old school and GTA-like.
Oh my gosh, I can tell that work has been done here. This area is looking more and more polished, more and more finished. It's getting closer and closer to being just genuinely impressive. So exciting.
So the other thing is, right, like I just showed inside of 3ds Max, so you got this purple color here. So if you want to change that, maybe someone in the chat has like a certain color they want to see. But
hey, chat, go ahead and type in what color you'd like Grant to change this to. Put in your color options. I'll pull up color on the stream, and then Grant will change it for you in real time.
Yeah.
What color do you want this to transform to? We'll give him a few moments. All right, Chris Kimball says that he wants to see blue. So can you choose a shade of blue?
Yep. See the ship in the background, the Leviathan ship also updates.
Very good.
So like run around. And because of that 3-tone color system and the balance between and the harmony between the colors, you know, there's always a set amount of blue, there's always a set amount of the black plastic, and there's always a set amount of the chrome highlighted by the LED illuminated stuff. It'll work with every color. So if some people like red.
Oh, look at the red.
You know, the ship changes as well. And it still feels like Illuvium, because you're not mixing and matching and you don't have that over-the-top control. I thought yellow looked amazing in the game, that kind of bumblebee style.
Yellow does look fantastic, yes. Yeah, there are a bunch of people requesting yellow. The most common request I'm seeing right now in chat is gold. If there's, I don't know if there's gold. Maybe it won't look that much different than yellow.
I can set things to...
Ooh, that's looking gold.
Okay. I do have the power.
He's got the power. There's gold.
Wow,
that looks amazing.
Yeah, it's not the best gold I've ever done, as I've made entire tutorial series on gold. But this is work in progress, by the way, the Leviathan area. But once again, let me go back and just set it to like the default Illuvium purple, and you can change the metallicness of the material. Pink, actually. Let's go a bit more towards the purple. Work in progress ship, the Leviathan ship that crashes, and this game engine is just absolutely amazing. Just being able to move stuff around, and then the lighting, change the lighting. Just go like,
it's so funny looking, almost cartoonish to be able to haphazardly move such a massive ship around like that. Woo!
But the work that's going to this, I've also been live streaming some of it, and you can see that like that harmony between the colors is always consistent among all of the hard surface. So I don't know. There are a couple of projects out there that could learn a thing or two from that process.
We've got some Star Atlas fans in chat talking about they want to buy that ship for 100,000.
Fucking joke.
That's a pretty funny joke, TSG. Nice one.
Like I said,
Oh,
you can
man.
build all the spaceships in the world. You ain't going to build one better than me.
Absolutely phenomenal work.